Samantha Chian, your host with Spirit of Nevada. This episode is brought to you by the Richard Harris Law Firm, helping families and injured victims throughout Nevada for over 40 years. Hope you enjoy the show. What makes a place scary? Well, tonight, we are going to be investigating a few places throughout Nevada. And joining us on our journey is the Elite Vegas Paranormal Society. And we'll leave it up to you to decide whether or not these events are real. There's an emergence of darkness that takes over the room. The voices of the dead call out through the white noise. This isn't your typical ghost story. This is our story and our encounters with the supernatural. If you live here in Las Vegas, then you have probably driven down Maryland Parkway or Charleston. But where these two streets meet, this is where you will find history. Just like how a map leads you to treasure, only this one has the key to the stars that once walked through these doors.
All right, well, welcome to the historic Huntridge Theater. Watch your step.
This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so before we go in, I'll just give you a little bit of background. This property was built in 1944, which was like
time ago.
Ages ago. She just celebrated her 77th birthday last week, actually. Happy birthday, Huntridge Theater. So 1944, it was built. If you think about what was going on in the world, we were in the height of World War II. Crazy times in the country, and kind of a crazy time to be building a giant theater.
Yeah, why would you build a theater during that time while the war is going on?
Well, like so many things in life, a guy did it to try to impress a girl.
The Huntridge Theater was designed by S. Charles Lee, one of the country's well-known theater architects. He designed more than 400 theaters around the world, including the Tower and the Los Angeles theaters in downtown LA. Movies were a great escape for those looking to take their minds away from what was happening in the world.
And how many people were in this theater? Like how many seats were here?
It could accommodate 1,000. It initially opened as one giant theater, a movie theater. Later on, they put a wall down the middle and turned it into a duplex. And it was the first duplex in Nevada, and it was also the first racially integrated theater in Nevada.
It opened up with 2 feature films, Hi Neighbor and the musical comedy Hell's a Poppin'. Hi Neighbor included actor John Archer, actress Jean Parker, and Jeanette Beecher.
This was the stage. You know, there's some cool stuff to see back here. The walls of the theater are original, but you know, over its history, a lot of the other sort of stuff was like this. The green room over there was added later. The retail was added later, but this structure itself is original. The roof is new. During sound check, the roof collapsed, and thank God it was during sound check and not a few hours later when there were 1,000 people in here. We could have had major deaths.
So do they still perform outside?
In true punk rock fashion, they played the show in the parking lot.
Nice.
And sadly, the theater did have shut down for a period of time. So the State of Nevada Historic Preservation Organization actually funded the construction of a new roof So that's in really good shape, which is great.
I know it takes time, especially when it's a historic area.
That's right, yeah. So we just got her added to the City of Las Vegas Registry of Historic Places. Watch your step, gonna come up here. It was already on the Nevada and the Federal Registry of Historic Places.
What is this room?
So these are the original marquee letters that you saw the marquee outside. So these are some of the cool artifacts that were left behind. And you can see one of the big, like, they shine lights in the air to bring people here. That was this thing. And
oh, I see the letters right there.
yeah. So,
wow.
yeah, we're going to clean these up and sort of catalog and inventory them. But we thought they were kind of cool how they were just left behind here.
Yeah, that would be nice. You clean it up and put maybe like a little area where people can read about them.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah, exactly.
How big is this theater?
I think this theater is about 11,000 feet. That's not including the adjacent retail.
Now you say adjacent retail. When was that added on?
It was added in the 50s and 60s. It was actually the first satellite post office. The original post office was on Stewart, if you know where the Mob Museum is now.
Yes.
That was the original post office. This was the second. And then it was also a bank, the Nevada Savings and Loan Bank, for a period of time. Now, when you were watching a movie back in the day, it was a family affair. This is a family kind of establishment. So sometimes you have a baby, and babies like to cry. I know this. I've got a baby at home.
Yeah, me too. It's hard to take her to movies these days.
But they do have a cry room for that upstairs, where they would actually be able to go watch the movies and hear the audio without disturbing the fellow patrons.
Oh, wow.
So what was this?
Oh, this color. This was the original color here?
I guess so, yeah. It's hard to say. Maybe, it's lived a few different lives over the last 77 years. But this was the cry room. Next door to us, most recently, was actually like a music recording studio. You can see they have all sorts of like acoustic ceiling tiles, and the windows are put in diagonally so as to not reflect the sound.
Wow, this theater has so many lives, I feel like.
Yeah.
All the different things that were here.
So I have heard from some of the paranormal folks I've spoken to that this area was particularly active.
Now, we are going to be doing a ghost hunt. What led to kind of like the cues of maybe there being paranormal activity here?
You know, we've talked to some of the people who operated the theater back in the day, and I've heard stories. We had another sort of paranormal investigation. In fact, they found that this room in particular was particularly active.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm no expert in that world, but we'll have to wait and see. And
We'll have to let you know
Yeah.
after our ghost hunt.
Yeah, please
what
do.
happens here. So we are at the Huntridge Theater right now, and for those of you that didn't grow up in Las Vegas, this is one of the most iconic theaters of its time. It was built in 1944, which means a lot of people came through here, a lot of famous actors, and there's a lot of history that goes along with this. I want to show you something in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything. Can you see me on that camera?
I can see you. No, I can't see anything.
No, you can't see anything
So
anymore.
let's show everyone at home what. So right now, scooch back.
Scoot back, can you see me over here?
So you can see Samantha right here, perfectly with the night vision. But if we turn it off, yep, that's how dark. There's right here, and then darkness.
And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I wanted to show you. We saw three figures down here painted, which kind of looks creepy. Kind of fitting for this room. It's down here. Oh, it's really dark. Can you see it with the night vision?
I can see.
Okay, so everybody that's watching it can see.
I can see them from here.
Oh, you can?
From here, look at this.
Okay, I got to see it.
That's
I got to
creepy.
see. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. We're at the Huntridge Theater, and we're going to go lights out.
We began our investigation with a ghost box session, a device that allows us to communicate with the dead. David Purdy, our own videographer, has a history with some spirits, and it was evident that night they knew he was in the room.
Are you walking around?
Is there anybody here that's making you feel uncomfortable?
Have you heard a name? Did he tell us his name?
It sounds like that, yeah.
Yes. Mick? Mick, can you hear us right now? Yeah. What? I heard Purdy.
A ghost box is an audio-only device that rapidly scans through multiple audio channels. Many believe spirits can manipulate the sound waves to create words and even phrases.
Okay, Linda, you got the ghost box.
We like the ghost box.
So you're not going to take this number to 666, are you?
Do it.
Oh, come on, 666 for us, please.
We know how that went over in Jackson House.
And Eureka. That's
Oh,
all
it's
you
going to
gotta
5.
There you go.
Oh.
There it goes. Here it goes.
Jim?
Oh, there it goes. It's gonna do it.
Oh.
There. Perfect for the shot. Thank you for that.
You like how it's just staying there now?
Yeah, it's just staying there.
Why is it just staying there?
See?
Come back over there and
It was 66.0 when we came up here.
Okay.
We used several devices to communicate with the other side throughout the night. Some of them detect EMF, which is abbreviated for electromagnetic field. This plays a critical part during an investigation.
Huh? You seen anything? No, I'm not saying anything. I heard Purdy.
I heard very loud. Hi.
We're here.
Can you tell me your name? Maybe. Exactly.
Hey, those people, I heard it again. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Second time I heard that.
Anytime the team goes into one of these locations, you know, the goal is to find out if, corroborate some of the claims, which with this building there's many, and basically to just research it, you know, using the devices that we use to see if we can, you know, come up with answers. Can we debunk it? Can we prove that it's being caused by something else as opposed to it's something natural, it's not spiritual? So that's kind of what we do when we go to these places. We go in with it's a blank slate, and we just kind of go from there, and sometimes places are active, sometimes they're not. So when the team and I got here, were originally drawn to a back room to the right side of the theater. And basically we were getting some unusually high readings in that back room. So we took other devices back there and started using those, and again getting these high readings, which are very unusual. So basically we came outside of the building and went to the back side where that wall would be, and there's a giant cell tower on top of this building. We basically had to get rid of or stop using certain electric devices that detect EMF. That was no use to us at that point. So we went to more audio related devices, EVP, ghost box, things that are not going to be affected when we ask the specific questions that we're trying to find answers to.
While we were filming our interview outside the theater, the rest of the team was having some activity in the main room, so we decided to go back to see it for ourselves.
Again, I offer my energy up freely to you guys. You guys can take and drain all of my energy. We just want to re-communicate again with you. We brought some more people down. We're kind of having a party, so get your friends. Let's go.
Different devices. Remember I showed you last time? See how they light up? See, they have colors. This one. This one. This one. There you go. See? That's awesome.
I missed it. I'd love to see it. Can you guys do it again?
Are you okay with that?
Nick, can you say hi to Sam and David? Hi, Nick.
How's it going?
Yeah. Hello. We were outside filming, and I heard that you all let some devices up. You got it.
Again, you can use my energy too. Drain it all. Take everything that you need from me. Go ahead.
Bye. Got this. Yes, you're doing it. You got it.
What about this one over here? We're all standing by a device.
Oh, hi. Hello again. Is there anybody else that you can bring to join our circle here that can maybe use one of the other devices? You think you can do that? There, I saw that light go off. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Oh, he's so generous. Okay. Yes. Hello. How many people are here with us? How many? Can you tell us? I hear a whistle. I heard a whistle. That was interesting. I've never heard a whistle.
Our time in the Huntridge Theater was epic. We aren't giving you any proof that there's an afterlife. We're just giving you the possibility of one. You have to remember, sometimes people bring their own attachments and they don't even know it. The Huntridge Theater may have been active during our visit, but that doesn't mean you should be afraid. Remember, these devices, along with people, can open up the door to another realm. So always be respectful, for you never know who is listening.
Being able to ghost hunt at a place like this was truly remarkable because this location played such a historical role in Las Vegas. It was a true honor to be here with the EVPS team, and I hope you all enjoyed this Halloween special. I'm Samantha Chion, but you can call me Sam with Spirit of Nevada, brought to you by the Richard Harris Law Firm. Families would come with their kids, and if one of them they couldn't get them to be quiet, they went upstairs so they can still watch. Yep, the cry room, so they can still watch the movie that was playing. A designated.
And hold on, look at. So we were right over here. So this is the entrance.
That's the front entrance.
Front entrance.
So you'd walk straight back.
Here's the cry room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just go up the stairs. And the fact that they thought about that is, I think, so great because they wanted families to come here. This was made for a night out so you can enjoy it.
Yeah, okay. You think that, I think it's creepy because of paint on the walls.
Oh, this is a lot of the original paint too.
If anyone can see. Yeah, you told me this looks like a nice place for infants. Like
I would come, you know what, if it was 1944, I would hang out here, okay?
Yeah, look at that, Gio. That looks great. I love cry rooms. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, that's not what it looked like back then though, keep in mind. But check out this view.
It's the new updated cry room.